Hi everybody, it is just James here with an update, okay? This is a second half, okay? Chapter 2, alright, like Ashanti. Now, you guys, I have to say, the learning curve continues. I bit off a bit more than I can chew with this 3D printer, but I am pretty pleased with some of the results. Now, to say that there is room for improvement is an understatement, but let's show off what I did, okay? Alright, here we go. Let's open up the files. I named this one Mamie Large because the idea is inspired by Mamie Van Doren. There she is, Mamie Large. Let's click her. Hopefully she works with no issues. Gonna hit leveling and printer. She should take about 3 hours, 46 minutes it says. So let's see what happens. It finished a little early for the last doll. This one's a lot bigger though. So let's see what goes. All right, she is done. She is done. Let's open the door and see how they came out. Look at these ladies. That arm is so jacked. Damn, did I get fucked up. You know what? Damn, that thing is in there. There it is. Okay. Always scares the shit out of me taking this part out. But check her out. I think she looks pretty good. Except for this arm. Again, this arm got so fucked up. I'm gonna have to reprint it. You know what it is? I forgot to calibrate it. So I might be able to fix it by like gluing it together. But if it's too much trouble, that's worth it. I'm just going to reprint it on its own. But I am excited. I think she looks really fucking cute. Okay, so I found this amazing pattern online of a Barbie doll, like a vintage style Barbie. I printed out a body. I got to pat myself on the back because I was completely going off with this, okay? The legs are cute, they got a little hand, and the head is truly what I'm proud of. Now, this is how the head is basic. I added little earrings to it, but this is my own improvement. I added a hair, I put on a style into the hair, it's molded on. She has a molded on ponytail, she has molded on earrings, she's a hollow head, and I did something different with the body. I took the bottom half, because it was all pieces, right? Because it's supposed to be like a swivel waist. But I decided I was going to save on resin and everything by just combining it all together and making a solid piece like the old school Barbie was. Now, learning curve time. What I learned about this is this doesn't naturally go onto the head right away because it's really hard. So I might have to heat it in order to get on the head. So to bypass that, and considering like I'm going to make like the hair statuette anyway and just create molded hair onto it rather than like, you know, going through all the time of buying extra stuff like hair and stuff to like put onto it. Not to mention, this is super hard and really hard to pierce. So ventilating this would be a pain in the ass. So I decided to opt for making molded hairstyles, which also is pushing me to do like a different medium, like trying to create shapes with like clay inside of that program. I feel like it's really pushing me to get really innovative, and I can't wait to show you some of the other stuff I created on this model. But I will, in the future, take the head and just make it one solid piece. Like, I'm going to make sure it's already attached to the body. So it's just a statuette like that. That's what I'm going to do next time when I print this. Also, it'll save me a little bit on time because it doesn't have to like go all over the place to print. Now, as for the problems I face doing this, just bear in mind, if you're new to 3D printing, you're going to make mistakes, but don't let that discourage you, okay? Like, I made plenty of mistakes tonight, but I feel like I learned so much in the process. Now, the arm in particular has been giving me problems. Now, one printed perfectly, but I feel like I might have figured out what the solution is. Okay, so we are on try number 3 for this arm. It is not coming out. Like, the second one came out even worse. So I think I found a solution. We're going to test it out. I am testing this out in real time, basically. What I did was I took the arm mold. I think it's having a hard time printing sitting like this because there's too much weight up here. So what I did is I flipped it upside down in the program so it's going to print like that. So it's a little less top heavy. So yeah, hopefully that works. Like all the weight up here is going right there. And then it's the hand there. Should be a good balancing act with like the brackets it makes to hold it up. So we shall see. Hopefully it works. If you look at it, this is all I could get the other side to do. Like, it would not print. Like, it's so sad how much it just did not want to print. So I did a trial and error, and I decided what I needed to do was I have to print it upside down like that. Sort of like a roller coaster, where it's got like a big roller coaster track to like go onto, because I think it was too bottom heavy. Like, I think this little peg right here on the arm was what was throwing the weight off. So like the elbow joint would not print properly. It kept shifting and sliding off. So I flipped it upside down, and hopefully the next arm is printing right now. It'll be done. I'll have time to show you guys in an update, but yeah. Whew. Okay, I'm back with that update. So the final arm printed, we got it out. God damn, that was a long affair. Yeah, so what I learned, like I mentioned before, is that if you're gonna print a limb like this, it has to be upside down like that. Wherever the load bearing is, has to be on the bottom. So yeah, I guess the rule of construction. So yeah, just bear that in mind next time you have to print like a body part. If you're watching this and you're curious about 3D printing, that's one error I had. Also, I'm curious what it's gonna be like if I print this as a solid piece, if I'm gonna still get these holes. I have a feeling no matter what with a print, depending on what it is, you're going to get holes in it. And you're going to have to clog it and like basically just paint over it and do all the things you're supposed to do. But again, all in all, a pretty flawless print. Like just a little bit of like, you know, warping in the back, which again, like you can fill that in. Like all that kind of detail stuff I can just fill in and sand over and no one will be all the wiser. And these little holes in the eyes, again, not the worst thing in the world. Like I can live with it and be just fine and make it work. So I'm pretty pleased with it. She hollowed out nice. I'm excited to get it all attached and sanded and looking beautiful. But this has been a good experiment and night. I'm very pleased with myself. And I gotta give myself a pat on the back. Like I didn't give up. I kept at it and I figured it out. And that's what you have to do sometimes. You have to like just go through it, get frustrated, and then figure out what the problem is. Also, I ended up printing 2 of this arm by mistake. For some reason, when I calibrated it, it calibrated this one upside down when I didn't mean for it to. I'm pretty sure it's just a matter of me clicking the wrong thing. I'm almost certain that's what happened. So yeah, that happened. But we're not gonna talk about it. We have a doll. She has all of her limbs. I'm very happy with myself. And yeah, back to old past James. Again, I never took construction classes or anything like that. It's all kind of just like trial and error and figuring it out as I go. But the mold in itself came out pretty good. Now, one issue with the eyes, which I was told kind of happens with molds like this, is that it does have holes where the eye sockets are. So I'm gonna have to plug those up with some kind of filament, but that's okay. That's to be expected. Like with 3D printing, you're always gonna get holes and defects, and it's up to you to like add layers and layers and layers of patch to fix that. Bryce already warned me about that. She said, don't worry about that. You can cover it up, you can fill it in, and then you're gonna have to sand it anyway when you paint it and fill it in with other stuff. So this is just the beginning. Now, I know, hard to believe for this first part, creating a doll is just the beginning. We still have to basically sand it down, then fill in all of its patches, and then we get to do the fun part, which is painting it. But I'm probably gonna montage all the boring shit so we get right to the painting, because that's the exciting thing. That's the fun stuff. We want the drag, we want the camp, baby. So that's what's gonna happen. This is our doll. I have to say, all in all, I am very pleased with her. Hopefully this other arm turns out so I can show you the complete form. But yeah, I think she's really, really cute. Also, check out the legs. The little heels kill me. These little freaking heels, they are killing me. I love it. So I am so excited to see what this final result looks like and to finally turn this fucking printer off, because it's been going on all night. This is an all night affair. I don't love that, but again, we live, we learned, I figured out what the problem was, and hopefully I will have a finished doll to show you next time. Alrighty? Now remember, dolls are fun and dolls are for everyone. Take care of yourselves and bye!